Properties of spheres. Spheres are part of our world. They can be beads, ornaments, candy, and even sports equipment such as baseballs. They are three-dimensional circular objects. Spheres have many purposes, whether it's educational or recreational. Finding surface area and volume is very common when working with spheres in math, which is what we are going to show you today. Okay, let's first start finding the formula for surface area. The formula for surface area is surface area equals 4 times pi r squared. Now pi, the symbol for pi is also for 3.14. Okay, now let's start a problem. Find the surface area when the radius is 2 inches. For surface area, you had the formula 4 times pi r squared, which is equal to surface area equals 4 times 3.14 times 2 squared. Next, you do 4 times 3.14 times 4, since 2 squared equals 4. Now, when you multiply all the numbers, 4 times 3.14 times 4, it equals, for this, the answer you get is 50.24 inches. Now, a little note for finding the surface area and the formula. The surface area of a sphere equals 4 times the area of a circle. This is why you get 4 times pi r, which is 4 times pi r squared, which equals the surface area.
Now we're going to do a guided example. You want to paint a styrofoam ball to create a planet in science class, and you want to know the surface area if the diameter is 5 centimeters. The radius is always half the diameter, so radius equals d divided by 2, which is 5 divided by 2 equals 2.5. We always start off with the formula, so surface area equals 4 pi r squared. So, surface area equals 4 times 3.14 or pi times 2.5 squared. Surface area equals 78.5 centimeters squared. Remember, the radius is half the diameter. I think that was kind of weird.
Now it's time for an independent example. Recently, the movie Frozen came out, and in that movie, there's a lovable snowman named Olaf, and this one's dedicated just for him. Olaf was lonely, so he decided to build a snowman friend. The snowball is composed of 3 snowballs. The first one has a diameter of 10.2 inches, the second snowball has a diameter of 5.6 inches, and the third final snowball for the head has a diameter of 3.5 inches. Find the total surface area of the 3 snowballs and round your answer to the nearest whole number. On the next slide, you're going to see our answer, but first try out the problem before proceeding.
Here's our work, and now it's time to check your answer. For the first snowball, the radius is 10.2 divided by 2 equals to 5.1. Once that's substituted into our formula, we get surface area equals to 4 times 3.14 times 5.1 squared, and the surface area equals to 327 inches squared. For our second snowball, the radius is 5.6 divided by 2 equal to 2.8. Once this is also substituted into our formula, we get surface area equals to 4 times 3.14 times 2.8 squared. The final answer would be surface area equals to 98 inches squared. For our third snowball, our radius is 3.5 divided by 2 equals to 1.75. With that all substituted in, we get surface area equals to 4 times 3.14 times 1.75 squared. For that snowball, the final answer is surface area equals to 38 inches squared. To find the total area, we have to add all the surface areas for the snowballs. So we have to do 327 plus 98 plus 38, which totals out to 463 inches squared. Olaf congratulates you for solving this problem, and now it's time for volume.
Okay, so next we're going to start with the formula for volume. The formula for volume is 4 over 3 times pi times r cubed. Now, unlike the formula for surface area, the formula for volume is 4 over 3 times pi times r cubed, not r squared. Now, let's start our problem together. Find the volume when the radius is 3 inches. Okay, so the first step, like surface area, you do for volume 4 over 3 times pi times r cubed. The next step is volume equals 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 3 cubed. Now, like the surface area formula, for volume do 4 over 3 times 3.14, which is the same as pi, times 3 cubed. Now for the next step is volume equals 113.04. Now if you're wondering how we got the answer, we multiply 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 27, because 3 cubed equals 27. Now remember, the radius is raised to the third power.
Now it's time for a guided example. You have a sphere-like fishbowl with a radius of 5 inches. Find the volume to know how much water is needed to fill up your fishbowl. Round to the nearest whole number. First off, we always start with the formula. So, volume equals to 4 over 3 times pi times r cubed. Next, we would have to substitute r for 5, since that is the radius. The next line would be volume equals to 4 over 3 times 3.14, also known as pi, times 5 cubed. The final line would be 523.3 repeating. We had to multiply 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 125, which is 5 cubed. But we want to round to the nearest whole number, so volume equals to about 523 inches cubed. Now it's time for our independent example.
Now we're going to do an independent example. Your mom bought you a basketball off of eBay. Unfortunately, the basketball had no air. You know that the diameter is 20 inches, and you want to know how much air is needed to fill up the basketball. Round to the nearest whole number.
First, take your time and do the work. On the next slide, you're going to find the answer.
Now you have answered the question. Let's see if you're right. The first step is to find the radius. Since radius is half the diameter, 20 divided by 2 is 10. Now we do the formula. Volume equals 4 divided by 3 pi r cubed. Volume equals 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 10 third. Volume equals 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 1,000. So volume equals 4,187. The amount of air you need to fill up the basketball is 4,187 inches cubed.
And now that's the end of our presentation.
Okay, so let's now review. We know for the formula for surface area, the formula is 4 times pi times r squared. And for the formula for volume is 4/3 times pi times r cubed.
Remember these formulas when doing the NJ Ask, and they'll certainly will help you. Alright, thanks. Created by
Samantha,
Ashrita and Nandini.
Thanks for watching! Keep watching if you want to see our bloopers.
spheres are very... Oh, never mind. I messed up again.
Now it's time for a guided example. You have a sphere-like fishbowl with a radius of 5 inches. Find the volume to know how much water is needed to put in this fishbowl. Round to the nearest whole number. We always have to start out with our formula. So, volume equals to 4/3 times pi r cubed. The next step, we would have to substitute r for 5 inches. So, we would do volume equals to 4 times... You messed up.
What? Oh, 4/3 minus 5.
That's why I wanted you to check it once. I recorded that.
Very... Oh, did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh.